Build your dreams, live rich, and leave rich.
Welcome to Live Rich and Leave Rich by Crush. You know, to protect yourself, well, that's how you live peacefully. And to secure your wealth, that's the goal. So let's start with a truth that might be a little unsettling. The old rules of staying safe online, they're pretty much broken. We've all been told, create strong passwords, make them complicated. But honestly, that advice is from another era. It's from before these huge global data breaches happened, spilling all our information out there. The reality is, criminals aren't spending time guessing your password anymore. Why would they? In a lot of cases, they've already bought it. And this brings us to the new reality of our digital world. The game has changed. It's not about keeping your data a secret anymore. You pretty much have to assume it's already out there for the taking. So the real challenge now is figuring out how to live in a world where the things we used to trust, like someone knowing our birthday or our address, mean absolutely nothing. So what does this actually mean for you, for me, for all of us? Well, it means there are really only two kinds of people online these days. You have the people who know they've been hacked, and then you have everyone else, the people who just haven't found out yet. Seriously, the threat is everywhere, and thinking, oh, it won't happen to me, well, that's probably the biggest risk you can take. Just think for a second about what makes you, you. Your name, phone number, your Aadhaar or PAN details. As you can see, hackers probably have all of it. Your address, your old passwords, where you bank, it's all out there. And that's exactly why you can't trust a random caller just because they know your personal details. It doesn't prove they're from your bank. It just proves they know how to buy your data. So what happens when criminals get their hands on all this stolen data and then mix it with a powerful new weapon? Well, that's where artificial intelligence, or AI, comes into the picture. You've got to understand, AI has basically given these scammers superpowers. It lets them create scams that are more convincing, more sophisticated than anything we've ever seen before. And I'm not talking about some sci-fi movie here. This is happening right now. Scammers can take a tiny audio clip of your loved one from social media and clone their voice perfectly. They can create deepfake video calls that look totally real. They can write flawless, personalized phishing emails without any of the old giveaways, like spelling mistakes. This tech has put their ability to trick us on a whole other level. And the scale of this, it's just staggering. Just since 2022, the use of AI to create these phishing emails has absolutely exploded. It's gone up by over 4,000%. Let that sink in. This isn't some small niche problem. It's an industrial scale operation like a factory just pumping out scams, and they're all aimed directly at us. So what this really boils down to is that your gut feeling, your old instincts for spotting a scam, they just can't be trusted anymore. You know that poorly written email from a foreign prince? That's ancient history. Today's scams are grammatically perfect, they make sense in context, and they're designed to look and sound exactly like the people and companies you already know and trust. And this leads to one of the scariest new attacks out there, vishing, which is short for voice phishing. Just imagine you get a frantic call. It's your son or your daughter. Their voice is cloned perfectly by AI, and they're saying they're in trouble and they need money right now. The key takeaway here is simple, but it's so important. Never, ever trust an urgent request that comes from just a voice call alone. Always hang up and call them back on a number you know is theirs. Okay, so all these advanced AI attacks, the fake voices, the perfect emails, what's the end game? What are they really after? Well, their goal is to break into the new vault, the place where you keep your entire digital life and your money. And that vault, it's the phone that's in your pocket right now. And even more specifically, they want your SIM card. Because today, your SIM card is your identity. They do this with an attack called SIM swapping. It's pretty clever, actually. A criminal uses all that personal data they bought about you to pretend to be you. They call your mobile phone company and convince the customer service agent to transfer your phone number to a brand new SIM card, one that the criminal controls. The moment they have your number, they basically have the keys to your entire kingdom. It's a pretty methodical attack, really. It happens in 3 stages. First, they do their homework, gathering all your data. Second, they use that info to impersonate you and trick a customer service agent. And third, once they control your number, the takeover begins. They start intercepting all your one-time passwords and begin resetting the passwords to your most important accounts, everything from your email to your bank. But here's the thing, technology is only half the battle. The most successful scams today, they're not really about hacking your devices. They're about hacking your mind. They use these really powerful psychological tricks to get you to act against your own best interests, to make you do things you'd never normally do. They really lean on 3 core tactics. First, they create a massive sense of urgency, right? They want you to panic so you stop thinking clearly. Second, they pretend to be people in authority, like the police or your bank, because we're all taught to listen to them. And third, they hit you where it hurts, exploiting powerful emotions like fear for your family's safety or your compassion for someone in trouble. A perfect and really scary example of this is the digital arrest fraud. What happens is scammers will call you on a video call pretending to be officers from the CBI or another law enforcement agency. They'll tell you you're mixed up in some serious crime. They'll even show you a fake arrest warrant with your photo on it. And then they'll keep you on that call for hours, just grinding you down with psychological pressure until you finally break and agree to pay them to make it all go away. So here's a golden rule. It's so simple, but it will instantly shut this whole scam down. Just remember this, burn it into your memory. Real police, real law enforcement, they will never, ever conduct an official investigation or arrest you over a WhatsApp video call. It just does not happen, period. Okay, we've talked a lot about the threats, and it's pretty scary stuff, but now let's switch gears and talk about the solution. It's time to build your digital armor. And I'm talking about concrete, real steps you can take right now to make yourself a much, much harder target. You know, here in India, the government has actually given us some really powerful and free tools to fight back. Think of these as your basic security toolkit. First up is Sanchar Saathi. This app is amazing. It lets you check if anyone has gotten a SIM card using your ID, and you can block it right there. Next is M-Kavach 2, which scans your phone for any dangerous apps or settings. And finally, there's MobiArmor, which acts like a shield against bad links and anyone trying to steal your OTPs. Now, if you only do two things after hearing all this, please make it these two. First, as soon as you can, go into your phone's settings and set a PIN for your actual SIM card. This makes it so much harder for someone to use your SIM even if they steal your phone. And second, enable multi-factor authentication on every single important account you have. I'm talking banking, emails, social media, everything. And please, if you have the option, use an authenticator app instead of SMS. And beyond just the tech, a few simple habits can make a huge difference. Only install apps from the official app stores, period. If a stranger on the phone ever asks you to install anything, especially some screen sharing or remote access app, just hang up. Try to be a little more stingy about where you share your phone number and email. And finally, never merge an unknown person into a call. It's a classic trick scammers use to listen in on you. Now, if the worst-case scenario happens and you realize you've been scammed, this is the most important number you need to know: 1930. Dial it immediately. This is the national helpline designed to act fast, to freeze the fraudulent accounts and stop your money from vanishing. In these situations, speed is everything. Okay, let's wrap this all up with one final, really crucial shift in how we think about this stuff. In the world we live in now, protecting your digital life, it's not just a good idea, and it's not a hobby for techie people. It is a basic survival skill. It's just like looking both ways before you cross the street. So let's end by really letting this sink in. This is your new reality. Your phone. That's not just a phone anymore. It's your bank vault. Your SIM card. That's your identity document. And the most powerful security tool you will ever have isn't an app or a program. It's your own mind. Your ability to be skeptical, to pause, to question things. That is your ultimate firewall. Look, we've laid out the threats and we've laid out the defenses. The digital world is a dangerous place, for sure, but you are not powerless. Far from it. So the only question left is, are you ready to take these steps? Are you ready to build the armor you need to live safely and thrive in this new world?